then you take that clear liquid off of the still and you put it in a barrel to make whiskey. The barrel is what gives it up to 80% of the flavor. So in a whiskey, all the flavors that you get, everything from the cherry and the chocolate and the dates and all those complex flavors and aromas, they all come from the wood. And it's the process of slowly the wood, the alcohol seeps into the pore structure of the wood, and then it gets pushed back out. As the temperature changes during the course of a given day, the pressure in the barrel changes, forcing the alcohol in and pulling it out, forcing it in, real slow process. We actually slice up these barrels into smaller segments, and we put these inside stainless steel pressure capable barrels in a sense, but they're stainless steel barrels. It's like turning the barrel inside out. We give it a lot more exposure to oak, and then we're really just taking a natural process. Instead of waiting that full 24 hours and only modest pressure variations, we use large pressure variations, and we do it very, very frequently. We went from an experimental system that we had up in the laboratory into this production system. And we started this production system when we started aging product, and we were really happy because it was making really good whiskey. It tasted really good. People loved it. The only issue that we had was it was dark. And when we put it in a bottle, it showed up really dark. It was like, okay, wait a second, this is almost like black. And then it dawned on us that maybe that's not such a bad thing, given that we're using a very different, what we call a radically different process. Well, in a way, this is sort of a radically different look as well. So that's why we're calling it a black bourbon. So we've got the Cleveland bottle design, and we tested that against a number of different bottle designs and labels and alternate names for the product. We did 618 interviews, and we found that not only did the Cleveland bottle and brand, it was the one that scored the highest in terms of people most likely to buy it, but it scored it not just here in the Cleveland metropolitan area, but it scored it equally as high in places like Boston and San Francisco and Seattle and Dallas. What we took away from it is Cleveland is much more of an attitude as opposed to a geography. And Cleveland means, I think to the outside world, it's increasingly meaning that it's hardworking, it's gritty, it's entrepreneurial, it's creative. And I think that fits our brand rather well.